The 2009 National Alumni Association Joe Belle Memorial Award is presented to Tom Dharte. Like the late Joe Belle, the longtime director of residential services at UD, 2005 accounting and finance graduate Tom Dharte places great value in service, community, and creating opportunities for students at the University of Dayton. Tom devoted all 4 years at UD to the Davis Center for Portfolio Management. In all 4 years since then, he's been just as devoted to the university's students. Working with alumni relations staff and the president of the National Alumni Association Board, he helped launch the Select Internship Program to place UD finance, accounting, and law students in prime internships in New York City, Chicago, and other major cities. To further support the program, he came up with an idea to start an endowment that provides housing assistance to interns in the program. That's not all. He proposed that his employer, BlackRock, make UD one of its top recruiting sites and include UD in its portfolio competition. BlackRock did both. Tom continues to be active in the leadership of the Davis Center Graduate Association and the RISE Forum. In honor of Joe Belle's commitment to community and giving back in the Marianist tradition, the National Alumni Association is proud to present Tom Dharte with this year's Joe Belle Memorial Award.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's great to be back on campus, back at home with so many dear friends. I never could have imagined that a February Friday night could feel so warm, so welcoming, and so inspirational. But it does, because this is no ordinary place. This is UD on a Friday night. We're having a party. And it's a party like only the friendly folks in Alumni Affairs could put on. So thank you. Tonight we celebrate the achievements, contributions, and devotion of all UD alumni and choose to highlight the embodiment of the UD spirit in the hearts of a few loyal Flyers. It's a humbling experience to be recognized alongside these three gentlemen who have demonstrated much more than a mere connection with their alma mater, but a consistent, long-term commitment to building on their Marianist educations in order to nobly serve their communities. Tonight is inspirational because of these men who have and continue to do their alma mater proud. Certainly, I look to each one of you as a role model. I also consider Joe Belle a role model. Joe demonstrated a lifelong commitment to the University of Dayton, especially to the students. He was a well-liked, big-hearted, stand-up New Yorker with a larger-than-life personality who wasn't shy about anything, especially championing students' interests. Thank you for bestowing upon me this special honor. It really does mean more than you can imagine. Although I never got to know Joe, I feel like if I would have, we would have gotten along and have been friends. And I can envision him encouraging me to continue promoting his legacy of helping students not only to succeed, but truly to flourish. And it's been just that, the privilege of building bridges between alumni and students and helping them to achieve their dreams, that has been a passion of mine since I graduated. Why? Simply because once you've been helped out by a Flyer, helping out another is the only way to show your appreciation. It's the UD way. In my mind, the larger the impact fellow Flyers have made on your life, the greater responsibility you have to turn right back around and extend back to the UD community that same love and support that was so generously shown to you. As a result, I've got a lot of giving back to do, because I know unequivocally, without a doubt, that the trajectory of my life has been forever enhanced by UD people. It was a UD alum and fellow Detroiter, Greg Stevens, and his parents, John and Betty, who really set things into motion when they insisted that I visit Dayton, because afterwards I'd surely apply. I visited, and they were right. It was UD alum Bill Hunt who became my first friend on campus when he introduced himself at the new student welcome picnic in Michigan. There, and also in the financial affairs office when I was working for Tom Burkhardt, they encouraged me to get involved early with campus activities, because from those experiences, I would foster lifelong friendships. Bill and Tom were spot on. I proceeded to get involved with the Davis Center, and two of those individuals who have become lifelong friends, Greg DeMars and David Nienaber and his wife Maureen, are here this evening. It was UD alum Joe Spadiford who sponsored me for an internship in New York City. Joe insisted that UD students have the education, the skills, the ethics, and the personalities to go head-to-head with even Ivy League job candidates. Joe's vision is becoming a reality. It was UD alum Westina Matthew Chatine who introduced me to Merrill Lynch and encouraged me to be patient and to have a little faith, for the best opportunities, not only in your career, but in your life, aren't always immediately apparent. I had some faith, and she was right. Enter UD alum Steve Kelly, who became a friend and an advocate. Steve assured me that joining Merrill Lynch Private Equity Partners would be a sure bet on a fun career with a family-like team, complete with the option to recruit for future flyers. I trusted Steve, and wouldn't you know, the guidance of yet another flyer couldn't have been more right. 5 years later, I still work with Steve at what has become BlackRock. 5 years ago, BlackRock didn't know UD, but they do now. BlackRock is meaningfully involved with Rise, and perhaps even more importantly, now considers itself to have a really unique recruiting relationship with UD. BlackRock has brought aboard about 10 flyers in the past few years, and one of them, Michaela Drolsagen, is here tonight. She will join Steve and me on the private equity team following her graduation in May. I'm happy that Michaela could join us here tonight because, like me, she appreciates that the UD alumni have played a part in her story. And undoubtedly, she too will go forth from this place to inspire the stories of future flyers. Much of the interaction with students during the past 5 years of my interaction with students have been channeled through an awesome network of UD alumni called the Davis Center Graduate Association, or the DCGA. Through the DCGA, I have been privileged to work with loyal young alumni, including people like Greg DeMars, whose list of contributions to UD is long and incredibly commendable. When you're working on noble initiatives with leaders as purpose-driven as Greg, and also the members of the Dayton alumni group that are here this evening, you learn that experiencing a sense of fulfillment isn't so much about what you receive from UD as it is what you are intent on giving back to it someday. Through the DCGA, we offer students mentorship, jobs and internships, and soon, scholarships. But most of all, the DCGA fosters phenomenal friendships. And thanks to the kind and generous UD alumni, like Belle, for instance, whose energy and passion for UD people literally extends around the clock, we are able to gather in cities around the country and recreate a one-of-a-kind feeling of being at home in the ghetto. I want to thank my family for sharing this evening with me and for showing enthusiasm for all of my UD endeavors over the years. I hope they can tell how much it has meant to me. The people of this place have positively shaped not only where I am today, but much more importantly, who I am today. But still, the greatest honor of my life is not being a flyer. It's actually being married to a flyer. My beautiful and incredibly wonderful best friend, Eileen. Together we share excitement for a life together rooted in all the God-given blessings that this UD community has and continues to offer. We energize one another by sharing our big ideas, including the first one that we implemented together along with the help of many people. It's called Project Heaven's Angel. You have to ask Father Gene what that was all about. All I'll tell you is that it had an awful lot to do with hundreds of people thanking a wonderful man for the way in which he positively have influenced their lives. Father Gene is yet another UD alum who shaped our UD experience. Also the experiences of countless others. For it was in the centerpiece of this campus, the chapel, that Eileen and I regularly met for his 8 p.m. Mass on Sundays. There and afterwards, when the ministry continued down on Brown Street over a beverage or two, Father Gene led conversations through which Eileen and I began to more fully appreciate that maybe there was another reason we came to UD, to carry our flyer flag forward forever together. I will always cherish this alumni award because it reflects the good service of a really great man. Joe Bell's charisma for the UD community was precious. May the jolly spirit of that bombastic New Yorker and all his lively love for UD continue to inspire all of us. Thank you.